And today on the Solarpunk Workshop, this thing. This is a Traveleze 1962 camper that Paige managed to buy in, well, kind of stripped out condition. We were initially planning to use this trailer over here, which I've spray painted and done a lot of work on in order to build a teardrop. That wound up really not working out well because we can't get it licensed. Well, we're having difficulty with it, and it might be a whole thing. So, new plan is we're going to keep that as a cargo trailer, and we're going to have this thing be our little camper. Its dimensions, it's about 13 foot from the ball all the way back, or the, you know, that thing. And the actual main cabin is about 10 foot by 6 foot wide, and is just about 6 foot. You can pretty easily step inside it. It's not that difficult. It has a little bit of damage on the exterior. The main problem seems to be there is a little bit of water damage on the corners here. You can see where they had to epoxy things in over here. And there's a fair bit of jankiness across the board here. Inside is almost entirely stripped out. You can see where they've tried to epoxy more. I'm gonna add some new liner to the edges there. But it's a pretty nice little camper. It has these two little cargo back hatches. We have a little awning for it right there. And let's take a look at the inside. All right. That's Paige's little breakfast machine. We just threw it in there for reference for something, and we got a free dehumidifier / air purifier with it on accident, because I think they forgot to take it out. But no, they didn't ask for it back, so anyway, this is pretty well stripped out at the moment, as you can probably tell. So the question becomes how to get started working on it. And we're going to try and show YouTube what we're going to do for the restore. It looks like pretty much everything with water damage on it I'm going to be ripping out. A lot of this is actually not bad. And just trying to figure things out the hard way. My God. It's a fair bit of a project right here. So yeah, the corners appear to be the places where I'm definitely going to need the most work. That one appears to be fine. This one has a little bit of damage. And these two up at the front seem to be the real bulk offenders up there. So the question becomes, how do I do this? Well, I took some measurements here. It looks like the exterior is right at about 3/4 of an inch wide. So I'm going to get some 1 inch to 3/4 inch foam board, and then just cut out sections in there, press it in, and then use construction adhesive all around it. I'm going to make sure I have all the wood pieces first, and get that going. Yeah, but trailer lights work pretty well. It tows real easy. This thing's incredibly lightweight. Me or Paige can pick it up no problem. And her cop car, which isn't here at the moment, she's still at work. I got home a little bit early for an appointment. Can very easily tow this. We can probably tow this with my little Chevy Bolt too, even though I wouldn't want to try it. So yeah, trying to figure out what I want to do for keep my sanity on this. I'm thinking the main thing to do is strip out all the old electronics here. Probably keep the plug, but just for reference. And we went ahead and ordered some parts. Step one is probably going to be ripping out all this old flooring right here. Probably this piece of plywood too. There's a couple of holes. Oh, that might be salvageable. It's one hole in it. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to figure out, the first big thing here is put the bed in and then build everything around it. This is about 9 by 5 on the interior, And a full-size bed would go directly to where this lip is, at about 54 inches wide by 6 foot long. And so I'll build a space there and have it be so that way we can put milk crates under it and all that stuff. That lip up on the top is just about 15 inches up from the ground, so it should go together right there. Then from there I'll get out the multi-tool and just start carving up everything I think that looks bad. My god, this is going to be a bit of work. But, hey, it should be doable. Cheap little camper too, Paige bought for $1,500. And I'm going to show her how to rehab every bit of it. So yeah. But it wouldn't be the Solar Punk workshop if I didn't try and build sustainability features into it. So the plan for doing that is I wanted to build a camper that would have enough solar energy that I could charge my car off of it. And this little 6 foot by 10 foot top, I could probably put about 600 watts of solar on the top of it without too much of an issue. Have it trail down there and get a 24 all-in-one inverter, which would have I'm thinking probably an MPP brand inverter. Have it trail down there, have there be a 120 input line, probably the one that's already there in fact, and plug it in directly. And that should give me probably around 2,000 watts of power to play around with, which should be enough to run anything I need. The more I'm looking at it, the more that I can probably easily redo a large amount of things on here. And it shouldn't be that difficult. Obviously, step 1 is going to be insulating everything really heavily. From there, step 1, deal with all the structural issues. Get all the corners taken care of, and replace all the rotting wood. Then I'm going to go over everything with spray foam, spray foam, clear coat, pretty much anything I can do that's going to be help be anti-water. From there, I'm going to, I'm probably actually going to use like water-rated plywood. Let me show you what I'm going to probably use here. For cutting out all these joint pieces over here, I went ahead and got some very thick plywood, which I think should work pretty well for it. Couldn't find the exact type of foam I need at Menards, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this over actually. But yeah, I figure this will be a pretty good piece of, I can cut large sections of this out and use them for any of the curved pieces that need support. From there, I'll probably do, I was thinking about maybe cutting 2x4s in half, but that's probably not the way to go. The bed I'll probably make out of 2x4s that are partially supported, and I'll put a single support down the middle. You know, kind of like well, I suppose I'll update it when I've got it all together. I need the mattress to get measurements off of. But what I was thinking was, you know, 2x4 going across there at the far end, 2x4 going across there, 2x4, and then just support up, probably 2 more on a row. Yeah, and then just run supports along the middle here. I'm not sure how easy that is to be supported, but we'll find out. But that should give plenty of storage. From there, I'm probably going to have the 120 input line stretch all the way over here. I'm thinking about this being the little utility box area, depending on the size of it. And I'll store the batteries under the bed and cargo under that area, because 15 inches is more than enough size for everything around here. Yeah, we'll probably just use milk crates for cargo and everything like that. As far as all this other stuff goes, the one thing I'm having a bit of difficulty trying to figure out is going to be air conditioning. And I know I can go without air conditioning. I do have a little hatch to work with right here. It does open. I checked that out. But none of these windows will open just the right way to let to put a normal window AC unit in. So the question becomes, what am I gonna do? I do have a little hatch flap thing over here that I can probably build off of, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, that actually might be what I wind up doing. Just put the AC system right here and have it be flush with the wall. In the corner, maybe. I don't know. I was thinking, obviously, bed here. A little mini kitchenette here. That's why this is out, so I can get some measurements off of it. I'm going to do a 12-volt cooler down at the bottom. We're doing 24 volts, so I'll get a converter and convert it down from 24 to 12. 12-volt lights for the top end, maybe even some string lights around the ceiling for nice ambient lighting. From there, do the all-in-one converter for anything that needs 120 power, such as the little breakfast machine over here, or power to the car, hot plates, stuff like that. Air conditioning, though, is going to be the big thing I need to figure out. I could try replacing the windows, but I'm not too confident in that. Yeah, main idea here, bed, kitchenette, maybe like a little seating area. I was thinking maybe a bookshelf above on this little ridge up here. You know, just like minor things, stuff like that. And then a little utility box for electricity. Asked Paige if she wanted me to build a tiny bathroom into here. She said no. So we're going with that. Right, replacing the windows to get an AC unit, probably not. Could go with the getting a 12-volt AC system. I found quite a few online that were highly rated. Problem is, they were more than the trailer was. I'm not joking. For reference, this whole trailer was worth about... The dog's chasing the school bus. This whole trailer Paige managed to get for $1,500. Because, you know, the people who we got it from, they're nice people. They just had a lot going on. Their family was expanding and all that. They kind of wanted it gone. And they wanted it to go to someone who would just use it. So that was the main thing with that. But, you know, I'd feel a little silly if I put $2,000 air conditioner on a, you know, $1,500 camper. I mean, the solar equipment alone is probably going to be worth a fair bit. I'm probably looking at about, for batteries and everything included, that also might be around $1,500. But that's also a backup generator. Like, that would be a whole home, well, not quite a whole home. A tiny house or a cabin size backup generator. You know, we'd get 2,000 watts out of it, which is enough to run quite a few things. But I still can't figure out what I should do for AC. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me I'm being an idiot and there's an obvious solution I haven't thought of. Or I can try one of the cheapo Amazon ones that are worth about $500 for the top bit. But I don't know. I'd hate to cut into it. Or at least any more than everyone else already has. So let me know, Internet. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I think within a couple of months, I'm going to convert this thing to be all electric. Have the entire inside be stripped out. Convert it over. Oh, and Paige is still ruminating on how to build this thing. It's her camper after all. But something she had an idea for was to build a retro-futuristic camper. You know, kind of 1950s, 60s-ish. And make it look kind of like the Planet Express ship, you know, with all green, red stripe through it. The little red flashy bits on the back end. And maybe a little tail fin back there. If I get an AC system, I can always have the antenna for the mesh node. Oh, I'm going to put a mesh-tastic node on this, obviously, for tracking purposes. And because we'll be out in the countryside a lot. And have that point out like the turret. But, you know, step one is just cut out all the rot. Figure out how do you want to frame the inside. And go from there. Alright, let me know if anyone has any ideas.